Say that. I think he was embarrassed. He was shocked when he saw what happened, and he reprimanded the young man. And I just don't know what would go through your mind to do that. I'm sorry. Somewhere along the way, I'm missing it.
Well, there was a lot of despicable things this week. I want you to can listen to the headphones so we can play you some sound. This was from Monday, and the Brandon Merriweather saga continues. And this was about how he's been suspended for one game. This is fresh off missing one game. And the first words he talks about is how he's going to change his approach. But maybe not for that. Take a listen.
To be honest, man, you just gotta go low now, man. You gotta end people's career. You know, you gotta tell people ACLs and mess up people's knees now. You can't hit them. You can't hit them the way you can't hit them high anymore. You just gotta go up.
You gotta end people's career, even if he's saying that to make a point. Isn't that a despicable comment, Coach?
Stupid is a stupid sense. And I mean, that's what I mean.
That's the truth. The truth. Absolutely. That's the truth, Coach. The word of Ditka, straight from the mouth.
Hit as hard as anybody. But it was all within the rules of the game. And it wasn't with the intent of hurting anybody, it was with the intent of stopping somebody or making a first down or making a long game. So when I hear these kind of comments, I'm Mr. Bill, I'm sorry. If he doesn't get it, I don't know how old he is. If he doesn't get it by now, he may never get it.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I'm surprised that Mike Shanahan continues to deal with him because not just based on that, Coach, violating the written and unwritten rules, but he's costing his team 15 yards here, 15 yards there. He had to be suspended for a game. Should have been the 2 games again, but that's another discussion for another time. I don't know why Mike, he's not that good.
Well, I understand that too, but why would you take a 1-game suspension?
Oh.
Why? And if the Players Association were on the right page, they would understand that they would want him out because he's going to hurt somebody else by the way he's playing the game, and that's wrong. If you play within the rules of the game, it's completely different. But he's not.
That's what I would have done. I would have taken the tape of that sound bite, and I would have presented that to Ted Control, the guy who reduced the suspension. Say, here's the guy.
Now, by the way, how much football did Ted Control ever play?
Did Ted play?
He was a coach. I don't know how much he played. Ted was a coach, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure you're right there. Coaches don't know anything.
Well said. No, but I think Silly makes a good point. You take that audio to the guy who decided, you know what, we should cut the suspension from 2 games to 1. Because he gets it, or he doesn't get it.
What was the justification to cut it down to 1?
I don't know.
It happened twice in a row?
Yeah.
That's 2 games.
I would have found, you know what I would have sat him? I would have sat him for 4 games, and if he did it again, it's a year. If you're going to preach player safety...
All right, you're the new commissioner.
Well, I'm just saying. He's still got a $16 million a year salary attached to it?
Yep.
I'm in. Again, though, if we're going to preach player safety, then let's enforce the rules.
Absolutely.
What about Des Bryant? We touched on that briefly. What did you think about all the ranting and raving on the sideline? His teammates defended him, but there's a lot of it.
My understanding when I listened to everybody, and I heard Chris Stevens, I can understand him. He's a very competitive individual. I understand that. And he wants the ball and he wants to do good. He didn't want to be showing up like that, like he was by Calvin Johnson. I understand all that. But to me, that would stop immediately. You go to the locker room, take your shirt off. That's it. You're done for the day. That's enough. I don't care how good the football player is. That is wrong. You put your coach in a tremendous bind right there. You put the coordinator in a bind. You put the quarterback in a bind. Go to the locker room, take your clothes off, take a shower, relax, cool off, and then we'll talk to you on Monday. That's what I would have done. I'm sorry. That would have done it.
Are you surprised by the amount of people defending him? Now, they played some of the audio, and some of it wasn't terrible. He was trying to say, we're the best, let's do this, blah, blah, blah. But he sure seemed like he distracted a lot of his teammates.
There's a hell of a lot of other ways to show it than that. I mean, you don't have to jump up and down. And evidently what he was saying didn't bother the coach that much, so I assumed it wasn't too bad.
Did you end up hearing the audio?
I did not hear the audio. And look, as I said before, I didn't think it was the most egregious football sin that's ever been committed, but ultimately, it can't be good for your team. And as Coach said, it becomes a distraction. They're over there trying to figure out a way to do different things more efficiently. And you've got one guy who, I mean, don't confuse passion or, you know, that type of emotion for something that's a positive influence. So, you know what, here's what I think the ultimate product of it will be, that those guys will go back to work, and it won't be an issue this week when they play again. They'll move forward.
Yeah, it won't be an issue, I agree with you.
And the kid will learn from it. I was just a little disappointed that he didn't come out after the game and say, look, I became a distraction for my team and I lost my cool, and you know what, I have too much respect for my teammates to do it again.
Well, Calvin Johnson became a distraction for the team.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, he was good.
Calvin Johnson, the
More
Cowardly
with
Lion.
Coach Ditka coming up. We'll also go to the United Center. We're kind of good news and bad news right now. The good news is Derrick Rose is warming up for tonight's game. The bad news, he has not been cleared to play yet. We'll find out the latest from Nick. Thibodeau just spoke, so we'll talk to Nick coming up next. And then more with Coach Ditka. Waddle Silvy, it's Ditka-ween. We're live in Oak Brook on ESPN 1000.
Hey there, Bears fans.
They're gonna talk about Rose and what's going on in New York.
Well, you know, Rose was his first game back after the ACL return, and you know what? It was a gimme game. We gave it to Miami. All right. It was we didn't want to ruin their whole banner-raising celebration, and you know, Derrick was going to ease into it. He really wanted to give Boozer and Jimmy Butler the chance to score in triple-digit points. So watch out for the game here. We're going to whoop some ass, and Derrick Rose is going to come back, and he's going to be Derrick Rose, the sweet smell of Rose.
Yeah, they just said they're gonna have an update on Derrick Rose. Well, I got the update for you. He's gonna jump 45 feet in the air and slam dunk all over them Knickerbockers. He's gonna jump all the way in the air and slam on New York. That's your update, my friends.